Let's say if a person is following dharma or if he's following some rules, regulations, then obviously, he's following the path of righteousness. When he follows the path of righteousness, generally they will get punya. It's a normal notion in this world. But more and more, when the technology has been advanced, then basically what is happening is following of dharma, trying to abide the principles of righteousness is reduced. See, when the principles of righteousness is reduced means what generally happens is the only other alternative is papa. So every person, the current situation, the present circumstance which we have right now is actually either we are burning off the pious credits or we are burning off the impious. For example, if a person is going through a difficulty, that means a phase of papa is going on in his life. That means a reaction is coming. So when the reaction is coming, generally what happens is when reaction comes, immediately, without any second thought, without any second thought, the person will start blaming for the cause of that problem. Very interesting. When the person starts blaming for the problem, for the cause of that problem, what happens is he's actually igniting another karma. That means he's creating a new one. This is a very serious matter actually. For example, if a person going through a difficult state, let's say he has some ill health, some problem in the health, then immediately he starts blaming his husband, or her wife, or father-in-law, mother-in-law, because of you, she came into my life. And due to that reason, I have this difficulty. Because of you, this is happening. And they have reasons, logics behind that. They have Ramayana, Mahabharata also for that. That means these are all the reasons. They will give 1,000 reasons and confirm and prove that he is the cause for that. Okay, you proved it. But what the person doesn't understand is no, no doubt he's suffering. He's getting a karmic reaction and then suffering. But not just that, he's creating another action. That means he's cultivating a bija of papa. A bija of papa has been cultivated in his consciousness. That means in his bank account, which he has, the bank account of karma, which he has, he's adding that. Out of what? Out of loose tongue. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva. Vacho is vak, the speech. There's a vega. This cannot be controlled. Manasa vega, krodha, jiva, the tongue, udara, upastha, the stomach and the genitals. They cannot be controlled. Likewise, how these Vegas cannot be controlled, when a person is going through a problem, difficult situation, he starts blaming the other person for the cause of that. Through that blaming, what is happening? I remember many years back, one of the senior Vaishnavas was telling, if you have a difficulty in your life, please do not blame each other for that. It's a very profound thing. When I first came to Krishna consciousness, that that, that Vaishnava is like a very elderly person, but he's a devotee practicing. And he told that no, if you have a problem, do not blame each other for that. Very, very important. Because what is happening here, what is through that blaming, no doubt it's a difficult state. The Vega is there na, in the heart. Now, why we discussed this yesterday, right? Karma is eternal. How this is eternal means the chain reactions is coming after that. It's eternal actually. You have no idea actually what's happening. It's completely eternal. Why? Because that Vega is there na, in the heart. There's a Manasa Vega, Jiva Vega, Udara Vega, Upasta Vega. The stomach, if the tongue is misused, then there is a problem with the stomach. Because the stomach cannot digest that prasad, because it is heavy. Then stomach will give it up. Then we'll get diseases, ill health. Why ill health will come? Overeating. That's why the modern society do not want to accept this. Because if Papa says this, people do not get diseased by eating less. People get diseased by eating more. Do you see any sadhus getting diseased? Out of ill health, naturally, old age when comes, then they will become diseased. But generally, they're not diseased because they eat only once. They eat little, which is enough actually because they can sustain. So there is no ill health for them. This is a Vega. So likewise, when a problem is coming in one's life, immediately when he reciprocates or responds, immediately when he tries to say that, oh, this is because of this person, because of that person, because of she, because of he, because of ISKCON organization, I'm like this. They blame the organization also. Oh, yes, because of him. Yes, also because of that person, this Vaishnava, that Vaishnava, I'm suffering like this. What is this? Doing aparad. No idea. Because they don't think it's an offense. Because they think that it's a problem. They think that, oh, this person really is deserved. Then they pray to the Lord, oh, my dear Lord, this person has to rot, this person has to suffer. What is this? What are all these things? Chain of reactions. That means you're doing an action. It's not a reaction, you're doing an action. You get a reaction later, not now. That's why if you see in the life of Jed Bharat, he's very dhira, stable. His father is telling you are full number one. Thank you. He says that you are fit for nothing, you cannot do anything. You are useless. He says, thank you. You don't even know how to do agriculture. That's why he's not been given any service actually. He was being said, you just stay in the crop. See that crows, if crows are coming, just send them away. Jad Bharat Maharaj was not even doing that. He was absorbed in his consciousness because he knows. You know what he knows the real want is? When he was Bharat Maharaj, he got attached to a deer. This is interesting. This is very interesting. How the karmic reactions they keep us bounded in this world. Unless and until one takes full shelter, there are hope in either. I'm telling you. We might chant for millions of lifetimes. But if this consciousness is not developed, there's no guarantee that after getting initiated, we'll go back to God. Prabhupada never told that in the books. That after initiation, you go to the spiritual world. The door to the spiritual world is open. Who told that? No. There's never been written like that. Never been told also. There's no lecture Prabhupada written. After initiation, we go to the spiritual world. No. So that means the consciousness is not corrected. There's no chance actually. There's no scope going back to Godhead. So Jadabharat Maharaj is very interesting. He left everything. Dr. Physics practitioners, we don't leave anything. Practitioners like myself, we don't leave anything. We don't leave anything. We have so many attachments. And then at the end of the day, Anta Kale Chamamaya, Smaran Mukta Kalivaram. Let me remember the Lord and then come back to God. Are if we have so many attachments, how do we remember the Lord? We can check our barometer and consciousness. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, you know how many material desires will come? All the things which we discussed last night, all the things which everyone went through in his in his previous day, they all come next day. Or in the previous thing, or the mind will tell about the future thing. Oh, you know what? You should do this, you should do that. You know what? This is good in the market. Let us learn that. Oh, they're telling AI is good. Let us learn that. I'm gonna become an AI engineer or AI this, AI that. Let us do that. Oh, let me do that. Let me do this. What is this? It's a Vega. What kind of Vega is this? I don't understand. It's these Vegas are very prominent. Bartama was in goodness actually, was completely absorbed in his consciousness. But he sees the deer. He gets attached to the deer. Just a deer. That means a small attachment. It's not a big attachment also. A big attachment, if you have, that's a big thing. It's a small attachment only. It's a very small thing. But was attached to the small thing. But that small thing, what happened? It gave him another body. Very small thing. It's just a deer. So not even a deer, a baby deer. Like, he could have left the baby deer there itself. If Bharat was hearing every day, he wouldn't have received that situation. If somebody was there, was always tapping, no, this is not right, this is not right. The person understands that this is not right, but still he does it because of attachments. It's a very difficult state actually, material nature. So, through that small thing, he did a service actually. It's did service out of compassion. It's a goodness only. But material nature also works through that. Oh, very powerful. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, this is just a pastime. It's okay. It doesn't, I will not become a deer. Oh, we might not become a deer, but we might become something else. We have no idea actually. Because we don't know what is our aspirations. Because, interesting, because how do I know what aspirations I have? That is what we meditate. That is what we think about more. The more we think about something, then that is what will manifest. That means whatever we're thinking today, eventually that is what we'll think at the time of death. Now we can say, no, Prabhu, I'm just thinking about this thing, this is temporary. No, but the reason behind that is what you will remember continuously. For example, if a person is thinking more about something, about his job or something else, I need to, I need to understand that the person is obviously insecure. That means insecure. That's why he is actually figuring out what to be done, what to not to be done. But eventually, what is happening is the person has to continue that. The situation is changed, but that insecurity feeling is not changed. Please understand. Let's say if a person is doing a job, and then let's say, for example, he gets 100K. Let's say he got another job. Let's say 120K. The person, for the reason Why he applied for another job is he must be thinking that this job might be gone. That's why he applied for another job. But there is no guarantee that that problem will not be there over there. Actually, he knows what are the other problems here, but he doesn't know what are the new problems there. No doubt he's seeing 20K more salary. But he's not saying what are the new problems or new things might come up. New things might be opened up. For when he was doing 100K, at least he was chanting Hare Krishna, he was able to hear for some time. But that 120K, we don't know how much time we have to work there. We don't know whether we'll have time to chant our rounds. We don't know whether we'll have time to read or hear. We don't know because we keep all those things at stake because we think that that is priority. Please understand. I'm not telling that we shouldn't do job or we shouldn't work. We should work. We should understand what are our priorities. What are our priorities? If we understand this is our priority, then we will ensure that our job is actually allocating that. We cannot say that I'm always busy. That means if I'm always busy, my consciousness, my consciousness is always like that. Busy consciousness. If I'm always busy, what kind of body I might get? I might get a body of a honeybee. I'm just giving an example because honeybee is always busy, wants to be busy. And and she's always busy. Or he's always busy. And it's honeybee's entire life it tries to make honey only. It never releases the honey. It's interesting. Doesn't release. The lifespan of the honeybee is what? 3 months? 4 months? I'm just giving an example. It might be more. But all that tenure, what is it doing? Is busy, busy, busy bee. And then the moment I remember one of the senior Vaishnava many years back, he told about this. Uh, Very inspirational. Uh, Actually, he was very sincere to the core of the heart. Through that sincerity, he was a brahmachari, very staunch devotee, and did great services actually. He was a very nice person. I was able to do my initial training from him. He was always telling, should be sincere, sincere, sincere. And he was giving this example it's very touchy actually. Now, today, I'm realizing I'm able to understand that how important those words are. We should know from where we should hear also. So this person, no, not person, is a Vaishnava, no, not person. It's a devotee. It's a nice devotee. He told he was actually in New Vrindavan. He's a resident of New Vrindavan when he was, going there. So when he was in New Vrindavan, New Vrindavan, I'll give a background and then I'll tell about this. Before this, you know, mobile system they came, when they came 2005, 2006, right? Before that, there were no towers. There were like mobiles, but not that many. The cell phone industry, they bumped up since 2009 or so, something like that. 2008. Before that, there was not that many. So that means in Nurundan, when summer comes, it's up until 2014, 2015, it was like this. And after that, Haribol to cell towers, they were increased so much that there are no honeybees anymore. Up until that point of time, we used to see entire summer, we used to give the juice every day, prasad, the drink. When the juice is there, honeybees will come. There were so many honeybees. Because Nivrinda is a dham, is a forest. So and then they come in the summer, and then when winter comes, it's November-ish, and then they leave. So one day I was going to the ashram, and I was actually literally seeing this bee shattering, about to leave the body. And he told this, just see this bee. This bee lived for 4 months. His entire life was for just what is he doing? Just collecting honey. Okay, it is for the benefit of others. Okay, it's carrying the pollen. It's helping the mother nature so much. There's so many advantages which the bee is doing. But if we technically see, the bee position is always busy. Busy. That's why bee is called as busy bee. Then he started thinking, "Arey, this bee is leaving the body. Now there, when we will also leave this body, our others will see us. Arey, yeah, this valuable human form of life came. This person is running behind so many things. Ahar and idhar bhayamayadunamcha. Working, 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 working. So hard. For what? For nothing. What do we get? We get nothing. So much hard work. Papa says simple living, I think. No simple living, Prabhu. Hard living and no thinking. Not simple living. Heavy, heavy, heavy living and no thinking. Because all life we work like a bee, 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 and then eventually what? Health problem, this problem, that problem, family problem. When we see bank account, so much money, but heart no satisfaction. What is this? Busy bee. Just like we see that honeybee, and then we see that foolish honeybee. Wasted, valuable life. Busy, busy, busy doing, busy bee work. Likewise, they others will see Brahmaji. They will all say, "Arey, yaar, he got valuable human. Arey, this person he got connected to devotees also. Arey, he's associated also. He's associating also. Arey, he's hearing also. But he's not changing. They'll see us and say, "Arey, yaar, this Prabhu, this Nilgovinda Prabhu is not changing at all. This heart is not changing. Oh, all the devotees, you'll see all the devotees and Arey, yaar, not changing their mentality. What is this? What's happening? They'll say, "Arey, foolish living entities. Go, Punarapi Janaram, Punarapi Mana, Jatarai Kadudukare, Paisams." Because what is happening? The chain of karmic reactions is not broken, it's continuing. Thus, for that, we require a lot of determination, lot of conviction. Otherwise, it is difficult to get up, difficult to do our things, difficult to do our rounds, difficult to do so many things, so many problems, this, that, so many other things. Especially notice when there is cold cough, can we chant Hare Krishna? Are if we can't chant when there is cold cough, then can we chant when we are dying? It's body with utmost consciousness. Oh, that's why that's why sadhaka is always dependent, cultivating that pure consciousness. That is the aspiration in one's life. This is what we need to aspire. That sadhaka should have this continuous desire that I should break this cycle. I don't want. Because the karmas, the moment, for example, is a good thing came in our life. Let's say the current phase is a good phase for us. And this phase might last this entire life. That also happens. Through our punya might continue on life also. Up until we leave the body. A lot of people will say, "Oh, where is difficulty? Show me difficulty." Since 10 years, I have no problem. Show me the difficulty. Because this is punya, na? This is punya. Now we are seeing the punya side. Papa side is a problem. Punya side is also a problem. What is punya side? Punya side means we get nice pious credits, we get a decent job, decent wife, decent children. Everything is going on. Children is also chanting. Children is also hearing. Children is also doing. They are also inculcating. So we need to check whether this. How do we know whether it is punya or devotion? It's interesting. How do we differentiate whether what we are doing is punya or what we are doing is pure devotion? Very simple. Pure devotion means we simply fully do it. We fully do it. Just like you see Prahlad Maharaj, we see his grandson. Bali Maharaj ji, we see them, right? What did he do? He was being told by his teacher, oh no, don't do it. Because that person was not in that pure state. He was just a teacher. But he heard from his superiors that if there is a chance to surrender, you should surrender right away. He remembered that. He's a great person. He's a grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. He's ruling the kingdom for so many years, thousands of years. But that moment came in his life that yes, what is this moment? Either he can take away or submit. Either he can ignore the words of Vamandev or he can accept those words. But what he did, this is an interesting thing. All the other personalities, see, he knows Shukracharya is not a just like hodgepodge person. He's there since the time of Prahlad Maharaj also. He's a big man. And that person is telling, no, don't do it. It's Vishnu. He gives the indication. Actually, Bali Maharaj is grateful to him also. Why? Because he gave the indication that he's Vishnu, because he couldn't figure it out. From that side, he's giving credits to him. But to the other word, he said, don't surrender. He's not giving credits to that. So it's important. Very interesting. That's why he was fully trained. He knows what to do, what not to do. Because the Lord who's sitting in the heart is not accepting those words. What he did, he immediately accepted and then he submitted. He said, my dear Lord, do whatever you want. I'm fully surrendering. Then the Lord reciprocated. When this state of consciousness is coming, not coming, continuing. When that state of consciousness is continued, then the doors to pure devotion is opened. Then that is not punya. That is pure devotion. Through some calculations, through some endeavors, through some efforts, if you are doing or practicing, that comes under punya. Because all through this life, we will go through that punya only, pious. Let's see, there's no problems to me. I'm okay, I'm practicing, everything is good. Because a good period is going in our life. We don't know when that good period might end. It might not end also. It will continue until this entire life. That's okay. But Krishna is giving us an opportunity that use this time. You do not have any difficulty. Use this time. Cultivate. Come to me. Surrender to me. Submit to me. Use this time. Or you have these modes. Come to goodness. Come to goodness. Forget doing for ourselves. Let us do it for them. What is this? This is a transformation. That's what Bali Maharaj did. He submitted himself fully. Doesn't mean that Bali Maharaj was there. He was not a devotee before. He was an exalted Vaishnava. Giving an example how when through submission, for a sadhaka, who is in the conditioned state, who is in the mixed state, he wants pure devotion, but he's in the mixed state. Means he's aspiring for that. Aspiring is also as equal as practicing pure devotion. Why? Because Aspiring, real aspiration will actually burn away all these things, burn away the impurities from the heart. Because that aspiration is also good. Eventually, aspiration will lead to that practice. You should aspire. When that aspiration is not there, then the practice will not come. That's why how important is that cultivating those desires. When those things are there, then the punya, papa will not affect us. Punya will affect otherwise. Otherwise, punya will tell, oh, you're a good devotee. Everyone should tell me good devotee. This is coming through punya only. Everyone should tell me that, everyone should tell that, oh, Prabhu, you're great. Oh, Prabhu, since 15 years you practice, great. That means that the sadhaka is expecting. It's punya. This is a symptom of a punya. If a person is doing devotion on the lines of punya, what is it? What he does, he expects. He's in the state of karma kanda. He's not in the state of Shuddha Bhakti. There's a lot of difference. Doing an action to the state of karma kanda, that means I have some lot of expectations. Oh, this temple, oh no, this ISKCON temple should be like this. Oh no, 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 they're not giving prasad nicely. It should be like this. No, 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 they should make another building. No, they're not preaching correctly. Oh, no, they're not doing it. This is what? Expectation. This is doing out of Rajo, Rajoguna. Through Rajoguna, what happens? The persons become superior. This is a neophyte state actually. The person becomes superior and then he thinks that this is how everything should happen. He becomes a controller. Actually, he has to be controlled. That's what happens in the spiritual world. The Lord is a controller. His devotees are controlled and other devotees are controlled. They are devotees in the spiritual world also we have superiors. Lovingly they accept that. And Gopi is telling to another Manjari, you do this, or they immediately go and do it. Because they have that connection. That Sankirtana spirit is there in the spiritual world. When this spirit will come is, when does this spirit will come? That I should do it. I should do it for that person. I should do it for his happiness. I should do it for their pleasure. Because that is what everything is there in the spiritual world. Is that only? Prabhupada says that oh, he is my eternal master. How is he eternal master? He has seen only for him. He has seen him only for some time. What is that conviction that he is my eternal master? Just see how much pure devotion will help a person come to that state unalloyed, uninterrupted, unmotivated. Devotees did not have to do us some satkara, shutting the rope. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Doing good, 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 good. No, we don't need that. We should be motivated fully by seeing the examples of these personalities. Are expecting a respect from others is actually a fear. When devotees life, it's fear. If I'm expecting respect from other person, what kind of consciousness is this? Oh no, I shouldn't do that. So never expect. But I should give respect. I don't expect. They're giving, oh, that is out of their devotion. But I'm not part of it. I don't deserve it. How can I? I'll tell an interesting thing. I'll conclude here. One time I met a person at the temple and I was following, he was practicing impersonalism. A very sincere. He was a normal person. Don't say sincere. So he's a person. Okay. And then this personality, I I wanted to give him the mercy of the Lord and the Acharyas. Shishya Radha Vrindavan Chandra's garland was available. Just trying to give, I should give this to him. Because at least he'll get some mercy and then he'll be connected to a Vaishnava someday and then take the shelter and then hear from him nicely and then become a good devotee. When I gave him the garland, immediately he says, "Oh, I cannot accept this, I cannot accept it, cannot accept it, don't deserve it, don't deserve it, don't deserve it." Hey, Babri, oh, this is mercy, you take it. I said, "No, no, 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 we don't accept like that. Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, there's nothing here, there's nothing here, I don't want anything, don't want anything, I can't be attached to this garland also." Hare, wait, wait, hold on. You're agitated so much. Don't relax. This is the mercy of the Lord. Radha Vrindavan Chandra. Oh, no, 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 I cannot take this. I cannot take this. See, this kind of training they take. That means they reject everything. The heart will become dry because there's no. Are you're leaving something? You're leaving an attachment. You need to get another attachment. If you're leaving one attachment, where you'll be? You'll stay in void. That is what they aspire. They want to stay in void. There's no relation. There's nothing. There's no sambandha. There's nothing. Are the garland also? No, no, no. I can't accept this garland. How can I accept this? So this is also through Shavana. Please understand. But on the other side, sadhaka is always aspiring, please give mercy. I need mercy. Through mercy only I can continue this. Please pray so that I want to come out of this difficult state. Please, please, please help, help. It's always aspiring for that. Just see this consciousness and see that consciousness. The mercy is given. They don't want to accept that mercy, thinking that this mercy is bounded, will bind me into this world. See, out of humility also they say, cannot accept this. But they accept and then they give it back. That is another. Humility is a different state. But this state, I will reject everything. Are Bharat Maharaj also rejected? Are we bigger than Bharat Maharaj? Our material nature is very powerful. Whatever we desire, we get that. If you want to desire that impersonal liberation, get that. So this desire is very important. The cultivation of that heart is important. What am I aspiring for? What am I doing? Where am I heading? Which direction I'm going? These are all very important. Because time is flying, time is running. Need to always figure out this. It's important. Hare Krishna, and stop here. I have a hard stop in few minutes. Anyone would like to add anything? Would like to share?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna, Balaram Swarup Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Please tell Prabhu.
प्रभु
How
जी
are you?
different topic, but I want to little bit clear. Prabhu ji, my understanding is all the Guru Maharaj are same and spreading the same message from the Srila Prabhupada. I heard sometimes devotee advise their own Guru Maharaj and indirectly push other to take shelter under their own Guru Maharaj. How do you see this Prabhuji? And will their Guru Maharaj will be pleased for this, or we should open for a devotee, they can choose their own Guru?
The second option, what you said, is correct. One should select. One cannot limit anyone. See, out of devotion, they can say, but they cannot force anyone. So that is, for example, if a person is telling, "Oh, you should take from my spiritual master, you should get initiated." It's not right. Yeah, no, the heart should respond to. See, we have to practice this process for life. This is not like after initiation, things are done. No, it has to be practiced for the life. If something has to be done for the life, means, what should be our attitude? What should be our consciousness? It's deep. Consciousness and our attitude. So we should be careful. So if somebody is telling like that, we should be careful from those personalities. And If you have a relation, you have to tell them, no, no, Prabhu, ऐसा नहीं बोलने का. So, is it okay, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice. Anyone else?
Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. Today's discussion is very practical points you raised up. Every day in our life, we are dealing with that, Prabhuji. And we all read about Newton's third law. Every action has equal and positive reaction. So,
Correct.
Prabhuji, in our spiritual science, it says that whenever I'll do action, always the reaction will come. So blaming is so bad, Prabhuji. So blaming others is it's not good. And as you said, like if someone is ill and blaming, okay, for you it's happened. So and I do a lot, Prabhuji, to do everything happened, something happened, I always blame my husband, my son. Not always, but sometimes. Oh, because you did that. Oh, because of. But from now on, I will be very careful, Prabhuji, at not blaming others. Like I do in my in my family, like, but I should not do that, Prabhuji. And it's very scary what you said, and I have to be very careful. So, Prabhuji, so
Hare Krishna. Yeah, it is very important. The moment something happens in our heart, immediately it's, okay, 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 this person, that person.
yes, Prabhuji.
Immediately, the Rajoguna is so
Yeah, so powerful, Prabhuji.
powerful. This is not easy. These gunas are it dominates so much actually. Now, now just think about this. And if we have all of these things, do we ever go to the spiritual world? Think about this. We'll discuss about that. This Dara Mata's question also. I'm not. She asked this question a couple of days back. But I was trying to think when I will. But the moment time is up. I was trying to tell yesterday also, but yesterday also time was up. Today is also time was up. But I'll discuss one day. It's an interesting question. I'll tell that question also during that discussion. But please think about this. With this Rajoguna, you are very honest, Amma, Basmati Mataji. You are telling, but everyone's heart is that all. I know. Because it is not easy to come out of these trigunas. It's very difficult. Trigunas are very dangerous actually. Very difficult to come out of this. So, unless and until we come out of trigunas, we cannot practice Krishna consciousness. But when we practice Krishna consciousness, we come out of trigunas. Which one? Which one should? But that's also another thing. Should I come out of trigunas? Yes, we have to come out of trigunas. But to come out of trigunas, we should practice pure devotion. But unless and until we practice pure devotion, we don't come out of that. What is that? It's a catch. Unless and until we come to pure devotion state, we cannot come out of that. So it's always a struggle in the life of the sadhaka. So just continue. The more we hear, the more we understand. Definitely we'll come out of this. For sure. No doubt about this. But for this, we need to do something. Definitely. Etamam prapadyante. If you do something, then you get a reciprocation. And that is what we learn through our training. But Shravana is important. Because what happens is, these things are not taken to the heart. We think that we are devotees actually. We think that are sab acha hai na, everything is good. We become loose with our practice. When the consciousness becomes loose, then we see faults in others. But when the consciousness is not loose, like Jad Bharat, we don't see it. We see faults here, not outside. So whoever is seeing faults internally, they are actually progressing. That's an indication if questions are coming internally, internal questions. And general questions means they are not yet entered inside. But internal questions are coming. That is the moment you need to understand that yes, I'm hearing correctly. General things which we heard previously, if you are speaking that means we are not hearing correctly. But if the things which are, we are checking our heart and then questions are coming through the heart, then questions will come. Questions will come. When that is happening, then that is when you'll progress. Very important. That's why hearing you should hear every day, attentively. Should aspire. Because that if that hearing is not there, then how do I know which thing I should do? I always used to ask this question. Arjuna is asking questions. He knows everything. Arjuna is asking questions. What was that? Why are we not asking questions? This is what I used to ask. It's important. Now, after the class, also, we should ask questions to ourselves. Oh, what is that? What is this? This is absorption. We should go. When you have free time, you should ask questions. Discuss about that. Discuss with the mind. Because we are hearing daily, na? Should discuss. Because these things will come when you ask questions. When you ask questions, then mind will reciprocate. Oh, this point will come, that point will come, yesterday's point will come, day before yesterday's point will. Then you all condense, then you discuss about that. That's why hearing in relationship is important. Because they tell everything. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Thank you all very much. Today Vamshira's Prabhu is also not there.
Much.
We'll stop.
Krishna.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I'm saying thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
स्ट्रेस नहीं लगे बंदो